fifth gear may be used for starting the vehicle unloaded on a horizontal road, on a slope, for 9-gear transmission or 12-gear transmission. The second gear may be used for starting the vehicle without load, and the first gear may be used for vehicle under heavy load. As for 16-gear transmission, the third gear may be used for starting the vehicle without load, and the first gear may be used for vehicle under heavy load. Before shutting down the engine and parking the vehicle, place the gear lever at the neutral position in low-speed gear zone, and it is absolutely prohibited to park the vehicle with any gear engaged or slide the vehicle at neutral position when the vehicle is running. Five. Operation under special conditions. 1. Release of air cut brake. When the engine can't work and the vehicle has no air pressure, the wheels on intermediate rear axle will get fully braked under the action of brake chamber spring force. You can use a spanner to screw off the bolts on the rear end of brake chamber of intermediate rear axle to release the parking brake. 2. Use of exhaust brake. WEVB brake system. When running down a long slope, push down the exhaust brake button on the floor in left front of the driver. The exhaust brake butterfly valve will be closed. The fuel supply to the engine will be cut off, and the vehicle will carry out the auxiliary brake with the aid of the energy consumed by engine. The exhaust brake will work when the engine speed is higher than 800 rotation per minute. Pushing down the throttle pedal will deactivate the exhaust brake. When the engine is running at low speed, the effect of exhaust brake is not obvious. Cummins exhaust brake system. When running down a long slope, turn on the rocker switch, and then the exhaust brake will begin to work after engine speed is higher than 1000 rotation per minute, and the throttle is at the idle speed state. Now the running vehicle may carry out the auxiliary brake with the aid of the energy consumed by engine. The exhaust brake will be deactivated automatically when the throttle pedal or clutch pedal is pushed down, and it will get activated again after the pedal is released. When the exhaust brake is in service, the brake lamp will come on. Cummins Jacob brake system. When running down a long slope, turn on the rocker switch, and after the engine speed is higher than 1000 rotation per minute, and the throttle is at idle speed state, press the rocker switch to step 1 for braking the cylinder 3 or step 2 for braking the cylinder 6. Thereafter, the Jacob brake will work until the engine speed is lower than 1000 rotation per minute, and then be released automatically. Push down the throttle pedal or clutch pedal to deactivate the exhaust brake automatically, and release the pedal to activate it again. When the exhaust brake is in service, the brake lamp will come on. 3. Towing the vehicle. When the vehicle is in trouble and can be driven, two methods can be used for towing: soft towing and hard towing. The towing speed shall be less than 40 km per hour. An emergency flash lamp will turn on. In long-distance towing, release the air cut brake and disconnect the transmission shaft. 4. Use of differential lock. If the vehicle can't get out from muddy road because the wheels on the side are slipping, stop the vehicle, push the clutch pedal, and press the inter-wheel differential lock switch. Then inter-wheel differential lock will get engaged. The working indicator lamp will come on. At this time, gradually release the clutch pedal and drive the vehicle with the low-speed gear engaged. The left and the right wheels will rotate simultaneously. The vehicle can get out from the sleepy road. If the vehicle still can't get out from the sleepy road after the inter-wheel differential lock is engaged because the driving axle is slipping, just push down the clutch pedal and press the inter-differential lock switch. Thereafter, the inter-axle differential lock will get engaged. The working indicator lamp will come on. Gradually release the clutch pedal and drive the vehicle with low-speed gear. Since there is no speed difference between intermediate and rear axles, the vehicle can get out from the sleepy road. When the differential lock is in service, do not turn the steering wheel. After the vehicle has been driven out from the sleepy road, be sure to stop the vehicle and deactivate the differential lock function in time. 5. Use of multi-state switch. The multi-state switch has 3 steps: non-load, moderate load, heavy load. The user may select the step based on load to reduce fuel consumption. When the vehicle is running, don't change the state. 6. Use of cruising function. Cruising function of vehicle equipped with Weichai engine. The following conditions must be satisfied to apply the cruising function. Lowest gear, 3rd gear. Scope of engine speed, 1,200 rotations per minute to 1,900 rotations per minute. Minimum starting speed for cruising, 25 km per hour. Maximum starting speed for cruising, 90 km per hour. With conditions satisfied, press the Cruising Plus switch to set the current vehicle speed at cruising speed and remain the vehicle in cruising state. Now you may adjust the cruising speed through the Cruising Plus and Minus switch. Cruising Plus Minus switch. Press and hold the Cruising Plus and Minus switch. The vehicle speed will be increased or reduced. Point press the Cruising Plus Minus switch. The vehicle speed will be increased or reduced by 2 km per hour. Cruising Off switch. Press the Cruising Off switch to deactivate the cruising function. Push down clutch pedal, brake pedal, or exhaust brake switch in cruising to deactivate the cruising function. Cruising Resume switch. Press the Resume switch to resume the original cruising speed. Push down the throttle in the course of cruising to realize overtaking. After the throttle is released, the cruising state will be resumed automatically. 7. Instructions on welding operation on vehicle. When welding the vehicle, follow the instructions below. 1. Turn off the main power switch and disconnect the negative cable of battery. 2. Remove the harness plug from the ECU. 3. Carry out the welding operation. 4. After the welding, connect the harness plug to the ECU. 5. Connect the negative cable of battery and turn on the main power switch. 6. Use of main mechanisms. 1. Cab tilting. 1. Remove all unsecured articles from the cab. 2. Close the doors. 3. Open the radiator cover. 4. Push the gear lever into the neutral position. 5. Block the wheels with the wedges. 6. Pull the handle of tilting oil pump to the position up, and then start to manually or electrically tilt the cap until the cap is fully tilted. 7. Pull the handle of tilting oil pump to the position down. Return the cap to its original position by hand pump. And after the locking mechanism is locked up, keep doing it until you feel the pressure increase obviously. Finally, pull the tilting handle to intermediate locking position. Electrical tilting operation. Turn on the rocker switch for electric tilting in the cab. Put the tilting handle to the position up or down. Then press the electric switch on tilting oil pump to tilt the cab. 8. Check to see what warning lamps turns off. Then vehicle can be driving. Note: only after the cap has been fully tilted and past the upper limit point may subsequent operation be carried out. Nobody is allowed to get into the tilted cap. Two. Use of handbrake valve. Handbrake valve. The handbrake can be used as emergency brake and a parking brake, and it functions through the power spring brake chamber on rear axle, double rear axles. The parking brake can be realized by pulling up the handle of handbrake valve. The emergency brake with different intensities can be applied on intermediate rear axle by pulling up the handle of handbrake valve to different positions. If there's something wrong with the brake system, apply the emergency brake automatically under the action of power spring. Only after the pressure in brake systems reaches 0.55 megapascal, 5.5 bar, and the handbrake alarm lamp goes out, can the spring brake be fully released. Note: before starting the engine, place the handbrake valve handle at the braking position, or the effect of parking brake will disappear as the pressure in braking system increases. Trailer brake valve. When the vehicle is running, slowly pull backwards the handle of trailer brake valve to brake the trailer. It is a brake system independent from the main vehicle. 3. Use of PTO, power takeoff. The types of PTO: engine power takeoff, front transmission power takeoff, lateral power takeoff, button power takeoff, rear power takeoff, and so on. Operation method: park the vehicle, set the gear lever at neutral position, push down the clutch pedal, wait 6 seconds, and then press the PTO rocker switch to engage the PTO. As for rear type PTO, park the vehicle, push down the clutch pedal, set the transmission at low speed gear, press the neutral air valve switch, press the PTO rocker switch, and then slowly release the clutch pedal to engage the gear and carry out power takeoff operation with the vehicle parked. 7. Operation of lifting system of self-dumping truck. Lift the cargo compartment and dump the load. When the engine is running normally, the air pressure is higher than 5.5 bar and the electric circuit is in good conditions. 1. Push down the clutch pedal. 2. Press the neutral air valve rocker switch. 3. Press the PTO rocker switch. 4. Get the second gear or first gear engaged. 5. Slowly release the clutch pedal. 6. Slightly lift up the control valve handle to make it separated from its locating groove. Place the handle in the position up. Push down the accelerator pedal to lift up the cargo compartment. Release the handle to the position stop. Push the control valve handle to the position down, and the cargo compartment will be lowered. Push the handle to stop, the operation will be stopped. 7. After the cargo compartment returns to its original position, push down the clutch, turn off the neutral air valve switch, turn off the PTO rocker switch, slowly release the clutch, and then the vehicle may be driven normally. 8. Engagement and disengagement between tractor and trailer. Fifth wheel on tractor. Light with just 95th wheel. Ordinary 95th wheel. Ordinary 55th wheel. Engage the trailer with the tractor. 1. Lift up the fifth wheel handle lock. Pull the handle forwards and place it in the fillister. 2. Adjust the semi-trailer supporting post to the appropriate height. 3. Back up the tractor slowly and engage it with the semi-trailer until fifth wheel is locked up reliably. 4. Connect the air pipeline. Firstly, connect the yellow joint for control pipeline. Secondly, connect the red connector for charging pipeline. 5. Connect the semi-trailer cable. 6. Lift up the semi-trailer bearing post to the traveling position. 7. After the fifth wheel handle has returned to its original position and reliably engaged, the vehicle may be driven. Disengage the trailer. 1. Block the wheels of trailer with a triangle wooden wedge. 2. Extend the trailer bearing post until the upper surface of fifth wheel keeps certain clearance with the lower surface of trailer. 3. Disconnect the cable. 4. Disconnect the air pipeline. Firstly, disconnect the red joint for charging pipeline. Secondly, disconnect the yellow joint for control pipeline. 5. Lift up the fifth wheel handle lock. Pull the handle forward and place it in the fillister. 6. Slowly drive the vehicle forward and disengage it from the trailer. Section 4. Maintenance, inspection, and adjustment of vehicle. 1. Maintenance of vehicle. Running in and mandatory maintenance of new vehicle. When the mileage of a new Shanxi heavy-duty vehicle reaches 2,000 to 4,000 kilometers, the user shall carry out mandatory maintenance for such vehicle in accordance with the regulations on mandatory maintenance for Shanxi heavy-duty automobile products. Afterwards, the vehicle shall go through periodical maintenance in the Shanxi heavy-duty service station for each mileage increases of 10,000 kilometers. For a while, with Cummins engine, the engine shall be inspected in accordance with the provisions specified in its operating instructions. Instructions are running in. 1. After the engine in cold state is started up, please don't accelerate immediately, but increase the engine speed only after reaching the normal operating temperature. 2. Drive the vehicle only on flat road of good conditions during the running-in period. 3. Shift the gear in time, engage the clutch smoothly, avoid sudden acceleration and urgent braking. 4. Before running up a slope, shift to a low gear in time. Don't have the overloading engine work at low speed. 5. For the first 3,000 kilometers, the vehicle may not tow any trailer, and its load may not exceed 70% of rating loading capacity. 6. Inspect the controlled pressure of engine oil and the temperature of coolant. Inspect the temperature of transmission, front rear axle, wheel hub and brake drum regularly. If overheated is found, identify the cause and have it adjusted or repaired immediately. 7. After the first 50 kilometers and each time a wheel is replaced, tighten up the wheel nuts with the specified torque. 1. Maintenance of air filter. Inspect the air filter maintenance indicator lamp. When the air filter maintenance indicator lamp or the indicator becomes red, the main filter element should be cleaned. After cleaning it for 5 times, the main filter shall be replaced. Tilt the cap, make the engine running, cover the air inlet for a short time, and then the air filter maintenance indicator lamp shall come on. For SHACMAN F2000 vehicles with negative pressure warning indicator, the observation hole will become red. Maintenance procedure. 1. Remove the air filter cover together with dust valve. 2. Unscrew the main filter element fixing nut, taking out the main filter element gently. 3. Use the dry compressor air with pressure no higher than 5 bar to blow the interior and exterior surface of filter element in angle of inclination across the direction. 4. Place a working lamp into the filter element. Inspect whether the filter element is cracked, punctured or other damages. It is absolutely prohibited to use cracked or punctured filter elements. 5. Inspect the sealing ring. If damaged, just replace it. Remove the safety filter element and inspect it with the same method. After the main filter element is cleaned, replace the safety filter element. The safety filter element shall be replaced every 2 years. Installation procedure. Mount the safety filter element into the air filter case. Fix it with the large hexagonal nut. Insert the main filter element into the air filter case. Fix it with small hexagonal nut. Install the cover with dust valve. Open it backwards or downwards and tighten the butterfly nut by hand. 2. Maintenance of fuel filter. Dusting Class 1 maintenance. Please replace the coarse fuel filter element, fine fuel filter element, and water filter element. As for a vehicle with annual mileage less than 60,000 kilometers, replace them when the mileage reaches 20,000 kilometers. As for a vehicle with annual mileage over 60,000 kilometers, replace them when the mileage reaches 30,000 kilometers. Method and procedure of replacement. 1. Use the special filter spanner to remove the fuel filter element. 2. Fill fuel up to the holes around the new filter element. 3. Lubricate the seal. 4. Install the filter element onto the filter set and make sure that sealing ring is not damaged or folded. 5. Screw in the filter by hand until the seal contacts with the fitting surface of filter. 6. Keep on screwing in the filter until it is fixed tightly, about 3/4 rounds. Note: don't use any tool. 7. Discharge air until no air bubble appears. 8. Start up the engine and inspect for leakage. Inspect the level in the water collector under the coarse filter regularly, and when the water level is 10 to 20 mm above the bottom, screw off the water valve to discharge the water. 3. Maintenance of oil filter. Replace the oil filter. The oil filter shall be replaced regularly. When replacing the engine oil, replace both oil filters. The oil filter element may not be cleaned. 1. Inspect whether the oil filter case is deformed, whether any rubber sealing gasket is damaged, whether there's any foreign matter between rubber gasket and seal groove, and whether the safety valve is in its original position. 2. Apply some lubricating oil onto 2 filter sealing gaskets. Fill oil to the holes around the new filter element. Mount it onto the oil filter seat. Screw in the filter by hand until the seal contacts with the fitting surface of filter. Keep on screwing the filter until it is fixed tightly, about 3/4 rounds. Don't use any tool. Don't screw it too much or using big spanner or pipe pliers. 3. Drive the vehicle for 5 to 10 minutes to check whether there's oil leakage. 4. Maintenance of brake pipeline. When welding, cutting, or drilling near any polyamide brake pipe, follow the instructions below. 1. Release the pressure in the pipeline in advance.